We'll start off looking around and just checking our environment. What is going on today? Every day is a new day. We can take some deeper breaths. And I like, as I'm moving around, to just, maybe tweak my body a little bit, stretch it, and just see what's going on with this new body that I've been blessed with on this new morning. And then let's close our eyes and just listen, see if there's any sounds in our environment. Hear our breath. And then feel the air on our skin. Notice if it's cold or warm. And let's feel gravity pulling us down to the earth. And I was just reading a book that says gravity is not always the same every day. So notice if you feel a little bit more pulled down to the earth today. Just notice. Or maybe it's lighter today. And then let's check in with our emotional state. If you made a nuanced sentence to describe how you're feeling right now, what would it sound like? And then notice where in your body these emotions manifest. And maybe if you had a long conjuncted sentence with many ands and ors and yets, maybe each part of the sentence is in a different part of your body. And then notice your thought patterns. If there's anything digging a rut in your brain, what's going on in there? And then let's set an intention for our practice. And if you wanted to, you could maybe set an intention for the whole week. A fresh, clean slate. And let's bring our hands together over our heart. Feel the warmth of our hands touching our heart center. And then inhale together. Om. Just feel the resonance of your own voice in your body. All right, softly open the eyes. You can bring your hands down. So we're going to do a full body warm up today. So let's go ahead and start with a little Sufi grind. So inhaling forward, exhale back. And as we do all these different little body parts, let's just notice what's there. And then noticing if our movement and attention changes it. How subtle can we go with our body? This instrument that we've been blessed with. And then let's reverse. One more time, and then come around to the center. We'll rock on our sits bones. So inhaling forward, exhale back. Trying to bring some blood into our belly, below our back. So bring your attention to your lower body. All right, one more, and then let's open the arms and bring the opening to the upper body, stretching through the collarbones. Exhale the hands to heart center. Stretching through the arms, really extend the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Curling in. The world's tiniest forward fold and back bend flow. So how's your thoracic spine this morning? All right, one more, really enjoy it. And then bring the hands to the shoulders. We're gonna inhale to the right, exhale to the left. And a little twist. Don't go as far as possible. Just start warming up the back. You can close your eyes if you're gonna get dizzy. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible. So is anything tight? Can you turn more to one side than the other? All right, one more. And then come to center, and we're going to lift the elbows directly up, keeping the hands on the shoulders. Inhale the elbows directly up. Squeeze those triceps. Start bringing some blood into the shoulders. Loosening up these trapezoids that get so tight, at least on me. And really try to lift from the lats. So if I was coming around behind you, I'd be lifting your shoulder blades up. Really feel like these are wings. You're going to the top of your range of motion. And you're also tightening you're strengthening your triceps, which is a vanity muscle for us women. I don't find men care so much about it, but I'll have to do a survey. Okay, one more. Okay, let's shake it out, shake it out. All right, let's do our neck. Let's do our neck. So before we do it, let's do a little baseline. So let's look over our left shoulder and just see how far we can look, keeping the shoulders straight. Notice what's going on, and then turn slowly over to the right and just see how far you can look. All right, that's our baseline. So try to remember, I don't have a lot of stuff behind me, but I'll try to remember. So let's start off with our right hand above our right ear and press the hand to the head. You can drop the fingers on the left hand over to the floor. So we're gonna stay here for a whole minute. Really press the hand into the head into the hand. Keeping your nose straight ahead. How's your neck this morning? I was crouched on a plane, worst posture ever, so my neck is very sore this morning. All right, one more deep breath, and then come up very slowly. It's a big stretch, so come up slowly. Let's drop the right hand down and go right over to the left. So bring the left hand right above the ear. The nose is directly pointing forward, and then press the head into the hand and the hand to the head. So we're trying to bring our left ear towards the left shoulder. And notice if this side is different. And unlock your jaw if your name is Bett. And if anyone else notices they're locking their jaw, you can join me. Just relax the jaw. Traveling on an airplane is dehumanizing. This is what I've determined. It's not ever part of it. We're cattle. All right, one more breath. Come up slowly. Whew. All right, just check. Maybe move your shoulders around. All right, we're gonna now do the back. So interlace the fingers, take them behind your head, and now we're going to squeeze our head behind us into the hands and the hands to the head. And if you really want to add some extra here, squeeze the shoulder blades together. I'll come and show what that looks like. So squeezing the shoulder blades and pressing the head into the hands. This should just, I don't know, just feel like the best thing ever. At least it does for me. So these are all isometric strengtheners and releasers. All right, one more breath. Okay, slowly come up. And now we're going to do the front. So take the palms of the hand right above the eyebrows. Right above the eyebrows. And we're going to press for a full minute. So enjoy the unlocking. And which muscles, notice which muscles are activating for you. right, one more deep breath. And then come out slowly. Oh, I feel so much better. Okay, let's check our work. So let's look over the left shoulder, turning gently, keeping the shoulders straight. Don't cheat. And just notice if you can see a little farther. And then slowly, without whiplash, turn your head and look over the right. See if you can see a little farther to the right. I can see my shadow, so I was able to improve. Anyone else? Anything different? Yes! All right. A little bit. Okay, that's fine. You know, it's all about the gradual change. Okay, we're gonna open our ankles. So we just went up the spine. Let's do our poor feetsies. So you can come around. If you wanna use your blanket and your center of your mat for your knees, that's always lovely. I just taught yoga at the conference. I didn't have any props. In fact, the last day I did yoga without a mat. Talk about boiling down to the basics. Like, what are we doing here? All right, so let's come into a table pose and tuck the toes under and then rock the ankles. Rock the ankles, touching the heels. Now, if this doesn't feel like enough stretch on your toes, and honestly, with the amount of standing in lines yesterday, my toes are very stiff right now, so this actually feels like a lot. But if you want more, you can walk your hands backwards and bring yourself over. You could even come all the way up and sit on the toes. But let's rock the ankles back and forth wherever feels like the most stretch. Don't pull any toe muscles today, wherever. Just get a nice rocking through the balls of the feet, releasing. So I was standing in all these lines and I kept doing calf raises, basically going up on my toes to try to keep my body active. So my feet are actually really sore. How are your feet today? Okay, let's let that go. And if this is possible for you, try this. If it's not going to happen today, don't worry about it. But try rolling over onto your feet into like a little squat and then roll back. So your knees may not allow this. This may be just impossible. But you can try it. So just rolling now vertically across the feet. Full body today, full body. All right, now let's roll back into a table and then bring our toenails to the ground. So pressing the full foot, the top of the foot and the ankle into the ground. And now, again, you could stay here and just roll across your ankle. So I'm basically pressing my heels together and then pushing them apart. So sort of opening up the ankle. If this doesn't feel like enough, you can walk your hands backwards. Just go to the point where you feel some stretch through the top of your ankles, but don't go any farther than that. Just get a little bit of stretch. Wiggling the ankles with as much pressure. So if you can, don't hurt yourself. You can come all the way up. So you come all the way up and then roll over to the side. So I'm rolling all the way across. Let me show you from behind. So rolling all the way across. So what this could look like is if I'm not on my ankles, I'm just coming forward. Basically, we're trying to get full range, opening up the ankles. So whatever it looks like for you. All right, it looks like everyone's able to do this. So we're gonna make it a little bit harder. I think everyone's able to do it. If you can, then when you come over, let's flex the ankles, making a right angle in the ankle. And then roll over to the other side and make a right ankle. So we're really, really getting a lot of stretch and opening in the ankles. And I'm using my blanket underneath to give myself some more padding. All right, let's just do one more on each side and we'll call it a day for the ankles. Okay, great. All right, let's come back and we're gonna come and lay down and do some more hip openings. So you can use your blanket as a pillow if you want to. And make sure you have some space overhead so that we can bring our hands above us. All right, so we're gonna lay down, and whenever you lay down on your back, always make sure you have a little space under your lumbar. We're gonna take our feet as wide as our mat with our knees pointing towards the ceiling. Let's just take a moment to get settled here. You can examine the ceiling. I miss my trees. I miss my trees right now. So whenever we change our position, and it's nice to just take a moment, take a breath or two. All right, so now we're gonna inhale the knees 1 inch to the right, exhale them 1 inch to the left. Starting to open up our glutes and our sacrum. And it could be really slow. Just notice what's going on in this direction. Let's go 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to the left. Three inches to the right, 3 inches to the left. So as we drop our knees more and more to each side, the stretch is going to start going up into our lower back. So notice which muscles are getting engaged in this. Let's go 4 inches to the right, inhaling, and 4 inches to the left, exhaling. Well, let's drop our knees all the way over to the right and press into the left foot, lifting the left hip 1 inch. Inhaling, exhale, let it drop. Flip the knees over to the left, push into the right foot, lifting the right hip 1 inch. Just go back and forth and notice how far up into your spine you're feeling the stretch. Do you feel it on your belly? Maybe on your glute, your ribs. All right, one more on each side. And now we're gonna stretch the legs out and rotate the feet back and forth, inhaling as we open. Exhale the toes close to each other. So we're gonna alternate which foot is on top, kind of windshield wipering the feet. So now we're rotating the femur in the hip socket, just opening up hopefully loosening up some of the flesh in the hips. And we're just going to do this for a minute, so enjoy. All right, we're gonna now bring the right knee into our nose, wrap the fingers around the shin, We're going to bring our nose to knee, knee to nose, and inhale deeply. And then exhale, take the hand on the knee and drop it over to the right, stretching through the left hand. Exhaling. And then inhale the knee back into the nose. And then we're going to bring the left hand on the knee, doing a little twist, stretching through the right. So we're going to go back and forth between the legs. So bring the knee back into the nose. And then exhale the leg down. Bring the left knee into nose. So you move at your own pace, opening out. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale into a little twist. Stretching through the left hand. So go at your own pace and just really enjoy this little flow. Coordinating the breath with the movement. Seeing what's tight, what needs more love. Send it some love. So when we go knee to nose, we're doing a little bit of an ab workout. So this is a full body movement here. And when we bring the knee up, we're using our psoas. We're doing a psoas work. All right, last one on each side. But don't rush it. Last leg. All right, stretch out into Shavasana, mini Shavasana, and just enjoy for a moment here. All right, we're going to take our hands and reach toward the ceiling, and then we're going to lift the shoulder blade and reach the hand up, the right hand. Inhaling, and then exhale, drop the shoulder blade into the ground, and then inhale, lift the left hand up, lifting the shoulder blade. So you could think of it, maybe we're climbing a rope, reaching for fruit on a tree, doing a march with our shoulder blades. You'll notice this is something similar to what we did with our hips. All right, one more on each side. And now we're going to do something called dead bugs. So we're going to take our right elbow to the left knee. So bring the knee up, cross body, and then we're going to bring the left elbow to the right knee. So stretch the leg out after you've touched the knee. So we're going back and forth. You can hover the legs and it will work your abs more, or you can just set them down. So we're going back and forth, full body. This is, by the way, a traditional, I don't know, gym class movement, but it feels so good on your whole back. Let's inhale as we touch the knee. Exhale as we bring the leg away. I first learned about this one, oh gosh, 20 years ago. I don't know, 17 years ago. And it was because someone had a back problem. And the doctor said, if you want to avoid back surgery, do these. So if you want to make it harder, keep your legs higher. All right, let's just do one more on each side. And always on this, by the way, I know I'm saying it at the end here, but slower the better. All right, let's just lay in Shavasana. Take a few deep breaths. Feel our heart beating. All right, we're gonna do our sleeping Vishnu pose. So let's roll over onto, let's do the right side first. So we're gonna lay in a straight line. So we're gonna make a line. So if you have floorboards, or you can use the edge of your mat, you wanna make yourself in a complete straight line. So you can move your blanket if you had one on the mat. So see if you can do this. It's very challenging to be in a straight line, but proprioception does get better with time. So we're going to stretch the arms overhead and touch the forefingers together. Stretching through either, you can point the toes or you can press through the heels, either way. Just making a full straight line. And we're going to stay here. Once you've found it, we're going to balance on our hip and our shoulder. So if there's a part of your hip that hurts the most, that's the part that you want to be balancing on. So see if you're falling forward or backwards, and then try to find the equilibrium. And then we're going to stay here for a whole minute. So we're just going to keep the arms straight right now. Stretching through the fingers. You try pressing through the toes or the heels and see which one's harder. Maybe one of them is easier, one of them's harder, and just notice. All right, after this next breath, we're going to start taking our fingers and bring the whole arm down to our hip. So we're doing a Picasso jumping jack. So stretching through the fingers, I want you to go slower than you think is necessary. Like pick what's a necessary slowness and then go 5% slower. So really stretching, keep the elbow very straight. The whole body except for the arm is not moving at all. So how can you stabilize the whole body and just move this one part of your body? Inhaling the arm down, or exhaling the arm down, and inhaling the arm up. All right, next time you bring your hands together on the top, I want you to then keep the top part of your body completely still and just lift the leg. Now, how high can you lift the leg without your whole body just going crazy? So it's better to lift it just a little bit with control than just be flopping around. Whoa, I just tried to demonstrate that and I almost fell over. So quality over quantity here, quality over quantity. And the slower you go, the more of your hip muscles have to engage to control for gravity, because gravity is spending more time pulling you down. Again, we're inhaling up, exhaling down. You can again try pressing through the heel or pointing the toe and just see which one's different, which one's better, which one's worse, or how do they differ. When we press through the heel, we're activating the calf and the hamstring. That may make it even more painful. All right, let's do one more. And then let's roll onto our back and just integrate that movement. Oh. Whew. All right, let's do the left side now. So the reason why this is so challenging is because it's using our neurons. The neurons in our brain have to fire because this is not a normal way of moving. So let's balance in a perfect line on the left side of our body. We're going to stay here for a full minute before we start doing any of our Picasso jumping jacks. So stretching overhead. Can you find an equilibrium? And how is this side different than the other side? All right, let's start our jumping jack with our hands. So stretching through the fingers, lifting, exhaling the hand all the way down, and then inhale up. All right, so pick a speed that feels like the right one and then slow it down by 5%. And notice how, at the top, you're not really fighting gravity. And then when you start going past the zenith, now you're fighting gravity on the other side. So it's activating different muscles on the way up and then fighting gravity on the way down. Which muscles are being activated? Could you notice? All right, next time you bring your hand up to the top, then we're going to then bring the leg into the mix. So keeping the hands now still and only moving the top leg up in a high quality movement. And again, pick some speed and then slow it down by 5%. So inhaling up, exhaling down. And is this side harder? This is my bad side. This is my harder side, I should say. No judgment. check if your knee is straight. Make sure your knee is completely straight. Both of them. All right, for your last one, I want to not be able to even tell you're moving. You're going so slowly. Make it hurt. It doesn't have to go up that high. Okay. Whew. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, yes. And then when you're done with your last one, no rush. Take your time. We'll roll onto your back and we'll do a mini treat shavasana to be rewarded. Oh. So feel the two sides and notice any differences in them. All right, I could lay here all day, but there's so many more fun things to do today. So we're going to roll over, roll up, come up, however you want to, and we're going to come into a squat. So squat practice. It is so important to be able to squat. It's one of the tests for longevity. So lots of different options for squats. If you can't get your heels to the ground, bring your feet wider. There's no like, I don't know, people think this like they have to have their feet really close together. There's no, inspector coming around to see how close your feet are. It's really fine. You can bring them wide. All right, so once you find your squat, if squatting is so easy for you, I really want you to engage the glutes and the quads. And notice, this is me just chilling, and this is me engaging. So really engage the muscles because these are our glucose eaters. These muscles eat the glucose. We want that. It's a good thing. So engage them, bring the hands together. We're going to do 3 ohms and really feel the resonance and enjoy squeezing the glutes. All right, let's go. Inhale. Home. Inhale. Going from your belly. Home. Inhale. Home. Whew. Oh boy, that was hard. Let's put our hands on the ground and then bring the tailbone straight up into a forward fold. So our first forward fold, maybe the hamstrings are really tight. Let's bend the knees, grab the elbows and just ragdoll. You may notice your breath is a lot deeper after Malasana. Oh. And then let's do a little forward fold flow. So taking the right hand to the left foot, reaching the left hand to the sky, bend the right knee. Inhale. Exhale the left hand down, letting the head drop fully. Bring the left hand to the right foot, bend the left knee, inhale the right hand up. And just go at your own pace. Really let the top of your head just drop towards the ground. This is our first hamstring work of the day. So they're probably pretty tight. All right, one more on each side. And then just go ahead and straighten the hamstrings as much as feels safe, and just notice if they're a little more stretched out. Okay, we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, as I say. Whew. Oh, you can shake it out a little bit. And then let's just stand in Tadasana, coming into a totally different position here. Get situated. Whew. Feeling your heartbeat. I feel like whenever I change position, either laying down or standing up or sitting, my heart rate is elevated. And I just want to notice that and feel it. So let's bring the feet right underneath the hips, straighten up the body, untuck the tailbone, micro bend the knees, and close the eyes, and just feel our whole body in this new position. All right, softly open the eyes, shake it out a little bit. So we're gonna do a psoas flow to a hamstring opening flow. So options are you can use your blocks. So we're gonna stand at the top of our mat. So just take a look at me for a second before you try it. So what it's gonna look like is we're gonna step back into a lunge, inhaling up, and then exhale, forward fold, straightening the front knee and folding over. So if you want to, you can use your blocks. If you don't have your blocks, you can just bring your hands behind you and then going back and forth. So that's what it's going to look like, but we'll do it all together. So let's step to the top of our mat. Whew. And then let's start with the left leg stepping back. So bring the weight onto the right, take a nice big step back with the left leg. Feel a nice psoas opener. So as we do this, let's go ahead and do some tapping, massaging. Inhale the arms up. And then this is a balance pose, by the way, if you didn't notice. And then exhale, forward fold, coming down. So feel free to stay here for a few breaths if you want to. You can do some tapping on the hamstring. So just warming it up, and then whenever you're ready, everyone can go at their own pace. We'll bend the front knee, inhaling the arms up. Looking up, if you really want a lot of challenge for your balance, look between your hands and feel free to do some tapping. So again, go at your own pace. You know what we're doing. And also if you need to stay at one position and do a little extra. Everyone's body is a unique snowflake. So just do something that feels nice. All right, do your last one. Savor it. If you need to stay in one of the spots a little longer, go ahead. And then whenever you come down, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our strength and not momentum, okay? We're gonna move with control. So let's bend the right knee, take the hands off the blocks, and try to bring our weight onto the right foot, bringing the left foot up slowly with control to meet the right. and then slowly coming up to stand. Whew. It's that slow movement with control that is very challenging. All right, let's wiggle it out. You shake it. Okay, let's do the other side. So bring the weight onto the left foot and then step back with control with the right as far back as you can into a crescent. And we'll do the flow on the other side. So inhaling the arms up. Oh, it is a balance. Again, you could do some tapping. And then exhaling, forward fold. Straightening the front leg and doing a little hamstring warm up here. So move at your own pace, enjoy. So this is, again, yoga multitasking because we're using our core as we lift the body. The trunk of the body is having to move under its own power. Plus we're getting a nice little back bend. Working on balance. Stretching the hamstrings, the psoas. Oh man, so good. So good. If you press to that heel, you can get a hamstring stretch on that back leg too. All right, let's just do one more in both directions. Savor it. Okay, and then whenever you come up to top with your hands on your blocks, let's take the hands off the blocks so we're using our core body strength. And then move the weight over the left leg and then bring the right leg up with control and bring it all the way up to meet. Whew! Oh yeah, okay, shake it out. All right, let's do just a moment of Tadasana here, feeling our heartbeat, feel our body full of energy. Tadasana is the coffee beans of wine tasting. Okay, that was my analogy. All right, let's now work on tree pose. So now if you feel safe about this, I want you to try doing it with your eyes closed. If you have a wall or a dresser or a chair, something nearby, you can take one hand and touch it. So this is my latest way of doing this. So you take your fingernails to the wall, okay? That way you can have your arms up. I don't know if you can tell really, my angle might be hard to see, but my fingernails are touching the wall, okay? So let's bring our right hand side of our body near the wall, or dresser or whatever we have. And then let's take the left foot up. So bring the weight onto the right foot, bring the left foot up so you can either put it on the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh, whichever one. Just pick your favorite, it's all good. Stretching, and if you need to, you can press both hands into the wall. You can just grip on the wall as much as you want to. Feel safe. And we're gonna close our eyes and we're gonna hold it for 1 full minute. All right, so we're starting now. So this is nervous system work that we're doing here. Training our nervous system. How to balance. So check your toes, make sure they're not gripping. Feel your whole foot powerfully planted into the ground. Your ankle is getting stronger. The calf is shaking. from exertion. All the muscles of the knee are getting stronger, the thigh, hamstring, the hips, the glutes, the core, the arms. All right, one more breath. And then come out with grace, and you can fly and open your eyes, and then let's do a little dance, shake it out. All right. Everyone survive? Yes? Yes? Okay, good, good. Just want to make sure before we go to the other side if I lost anyone, you know? Okay, so let's turn around, bringing the left side of the body near the wall. Let's bring the weight onto the left side. The right foot can come either on the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh, whichever one. It's all good. And then once you're set up, inhale the arms up, touching the fingernails of now the left hand to the wall. So you get a nice stretch. And we're going to stay for 1 minute. So go ahead and close your eyes. 1 minute starting right now. So notice the toes. Notice that this side is harder. I'm like falling over. Wiggle the toes. Feel the whole foot planted. The more you wiggle, the more your ankle is getting muscly. Muscly ankles. They're the best. Feel your calf moving. All those muscles are wriggling inside of your calf, getting stronger. All the muscles supporting the knee. The thigh. The hips. The whole core, lifting the arms into the sky. All right, one more breath. Stretch the arms up. And then exhale, fly. Fly, my baby birds. You can open your eyes and shake it out and dance. Dance, dance, dance. Oops, I kicked my block. Okay, great. So let's take a wide forward fold. And options for this, you can bring your forearms onto your blocks. This feels really, really nice. Just taking a wide forward fold, putting the forearms on the blocks. And then you can let your head drop and just do a nice restful stretch to the inner thighs. So press the feet into the ground firmly and then squeeze your sits bones together. Let your head drop. You can shake your neck out. All right, take one more deep breath. Bring your hands to your blocks and then heel toe your feet in until the feet are right underneath the knees, okay? 2 right angles. Try to make us like you're on in between 2 panes of glass, okay? I want the toes out towards the edges of the mat. The heels are directly in. And then once you have all the angles perfectly straight, bring your hips under and then lift your core up. And then we're coming into goddess. Just when you guys thought the hard work was over, you were wrong. Okay, coming into a strong goddess, and then we're gonna stretch up and go, yay! And then we're gonna come down into goddess, making strong biceps, and come up, yay! And then coming back down, yay! It's a new week. Yay, the possibilities are endless. All right, one more. Whew. Awesome. And then let's come all the way down and then bring our feet under and come into a seated pose. Ah, yes. I just love that one. I do that one with my kid yoga class. Okay, so let's bring our block into right between our feet. We're gonna do a nice butterfly. So let's take the block and squeeze it. Squeeze that bad block in between our feet. And notice the tightness. So I was sitting on a plane for hours and hours, and look at this. This is very bad for me. And everyone's different, everyone's unique, but just notice your body today. Is there anything different than normal? Just, that's the thing about every day, you have to accept the current state. Like, what else are you gonna do? This is who I am right now. This is where I am. So just notice and accept. Squeeze. Okay, one more squeeze. And then let's take the block out and just see if we did any. Wow, okay. That's like, I just got 3 inches, I think. I just gained 3 inches. Whew, what about you? Anyone else gain anything? Can I get a thumbs up? Anyone? Did anyone do some opening? All right, good, thank you. Oh, okay. Let's take the legs, straighten them out into, we're gonna do a little twist. So let's take the right heel up, bring it by the left hip, and optionally, it's not required. You could bring the left heel by the right hip. So let's go to the right. So take the left elbow, hook it on the knee. First, sit up really nice and straight. Okay, so stretch the head into the sky. And the sits bones are growing little roots, little tiny cute roots into the ground. Take the right hand behind you, press. And with each inhale, we're going to deepen the twist, and each exhale, just loosen it a tiny little bit. All right, on the next inhale, let's hold for 3 seconds. And then exhale all the air out and hold out for 3 seconds. Inhale, bring the top of the body forward. We're just gonna do a little counter twist. So keeping the legs wherever they are, let's turn to the left and do 5 deep breaths. And on our 5th breath, we're gonna hold for 3. And then exhale all the air out, hold out for 3. All right, inhale forward. Whew. Untangle the legs, shake out the legs, shake out the upper body. And we'll do the other side. Okay, so now let's bring the yeah, thank you. Thank you. So left leg is by the right hip, and then the right optionally is by the left. Wow, I was like, I just did this one. Okay, so now take the right elbow and hook it, and then stretch the crown into the sky, sink the sits bones, make sure the spine is nice and straight, and then we're gonna inhale all the way over to the left. And so each breath deepen, and each exhale just loosen just a tiny bit. All right, one more deep breath. Hold for 3. Exhale all the air out, hold for 3. And then inhale just the top of the part, body forward, and then let's go to the right. Oh my gosh, and a little tiny counter twist. Wow, I heard a bunch of cracking just now. So we're gonna do 5 deep breaths to the right, inhale, and at the top of the 5th, we'll hold for 3. And our 5th breath. And then exhale all the way out and hold out for 3. All right, coming forward. Whew. All right, shake it out. All right, we're gonna do a little happy baby and then come into our Shavasana. So you can clear any items off. It's coming down, grabbing the outside of your feet, and then rock. Full body yoga. What a little treat, huh? So notice if there's anything tight still and use gravity to iron it out. You can bring your feet up and down, a little rocking. You want to go all the way and touch the feet above the head and below. Oh. All right, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll into your Shavasana. If you want to pull a jacket on or use a bolster, feel free. Make a little pillow with your blanket. Grab your socks. So integration of all this work is what happens during your Shavasana. So it's really not an option. I think we seem to think it's not dessert. It's a prime part of the meal. It's not an extra. So enjoy it. Settle in, feel gravity pulling you down into the ground. Oh, yes. So as you lay down here, notice your body. Let's start off with our feet. Noticing our feet. Are they feeling more energized? The ankles. The calves. The knees. The quadriceps and the hamstrings. Your hips. The full pelvic bowl. The whole belly. The ribs and diaphragm. Your chest. Collarbones. The shoulders. Your whole arms. The neck. Your head. And now feel your whole body. And start to deepen your breath. We'll do 3 physiological sighs, a 2-part inhale, exhale through the mouth. You can stick your tongue out. Bubble your lips. And then let's stretch the hands overhead. And then stretch the legs. And then you can roll over on your right side. And just rest for another moment. And then when you're ready, which you may never be, it's really true. You just may never be ready. You can come up to sit. And if you are ready and you feel like it, you can sit down, close the eyes again, and let's just check in with the aftermath of our work today. So checking in on our emotional state. And then our mental patterns. Remember our intention. And maybe it's for the whole week. Who knows? And then bring the hands together. Let's inhale. Om. And may the benefits of this practice benefit you and everyone you meet. Namaste. I would love